Hello, Happy New Year and welcome to the preview show from RamsTV. It's New Year's Day here at Pride Park Stadium and games don't get much bigger than this. Derby County hosting Peterborough United this afternoon. It's third against fourth in League One. The sides level on points, level on goal difference as well. Both teams hoping to break into the League One top two tonight. They need Bolton to drop points for that to happen, but here's how things stand at the top of League One. Portsmouth's lead is down to just 2 points, with Derby and Peterborough 4 points off top spot. Derby and Bolton have a game in hand on the rest of the top six. We'll show you what all the contenders are up to today a little later in the programme. But Derby this afternoon looking to make it 9 wins out of 10. It's a terrific run. And Friday's come from behind victory at Oxford United might have been the best of the bunch so far. Here's Paul Warne's reaction to that one.
Really proud of the lads. I mean, even if they didn't win, I'd have been really proud of them. I thought we were really good first half. Obviously, we didn't start the game well. Give away a penalty and then concede a free kick wasn't the greatest start, but I still thought we had quite good control of the game. We hit the bar, had a couple of sniffs, a couple of decent set pieces, and I thought we were the better side, ironically. But the goal before half-time is a big swing. It changed my team talk a little bit, I won't lie. And then I just, asked the lads to, step up. Champions, if I want them to be champions, I want them to play like that, and you're not always going to turn up and teams are going to have their belly rubbed. You have to really fight and scrap to get wins. So to come back from that and to win 3-2 is quite exciting. So I'm really pleased. I was really pleased second half. They just kept giving us the ball back. They were a possession-based team and we literally pressed or tried to press everything we could and played with a real energy, which makes me really proud. So irrelevant of the scoreline, I'd have been really pleased tonight. So it's a good win against a team who are, up there with us.
And you go again on New Year's Day against Peterborough Pride Park.
To the 6 hours off.
Yeah, the 6 hours off. It's another big game. And you mentioned how key the supporters were today. How important are they going to be on Monday at Pride Park against Peterborough?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Peterborough are the best team in the league currently. So their wide players cause problems. They're really quick and create loads of chances. And, we look at KPIs of the opposition with us. And more often than not, we have stronger figures, but they're really strong in a lot of departments. So, again, for us to beat them, we'll have to be at our best. And hopefully we will be, and hopefully it'll be a game that people enjoy. That's fundamentally what football is you turn up and you're excited by what you see. It shouldn't take years off your life like our team are doing currently. But, we'll have to be at our best again, and we'll see how they are when they turn back up to training.
Just last one on Peterborough. You won 4-2 at their place earlier in the season. How much of a different game do you feel that will be this time around?
Well, different in a couple of ways, really. They're probably in better form than that day. I think that scoreline flattered us, so I don't think that we go into it as favourites, but I think we're in much better form. The lads are in a really good place, and think it should be a really good game, and hopefully we create enough chances to take and to win. But it's a big game for us as it is for them, because both of us want to, knock the other one out, so to speak. So should be a good game, and I look forward to it after I've had some sleep.
That's Derby boss Paul Warne. More from the Rams camp a little later. Now, there are just 8 points separating the top 8 teams in League One. Everyone reached the halfway mark of their respective seasons over the Christmas period. So we've been taking a closer look at the promotion contenders with EFL expert Joe Townsend, who thinks Portsmouth, the leaders, are still the side to beat.
I think so, yeah. I mean, they're in danger of running away with it, aren't they? The start of the season, it seemed like they had a bit of a problem scoring goals. So there's a bit of hope for the teams behind, thinking, well, maybe they're going to get held to a few 0-0s at home. They were scraping out so many wins with like 93rd, 94th minute winners. But then they've solved that, even when they lost Colby Bishop, which is frustrating, to be honest, for the chasing pack. So I'd really struggled to see them not finishing in the top 2 now, which makes it a real bum fight for that second spot. But they've been brilliant. I mean, since Massinio took over, I think Oxford will probably be kicking themselves. I think they had somebody in the back room that they could have just promoted to the manager's job, and he's turned out to be one of the most progressive coaches in the league. So I'd really struggle. They're going to need a real big collapse to not finish in the top 2 now.
You mentioned Oxford, who were right there with them for a long time, but a change of manager, Liam Manning gone, Des Buckingham in. Is the story of their season, I guess, going to be how they cope with that transition from one boss to the next?
Yeah, it feels like it, doesn't it? It's hard not to feel a bit sorry for them, because I know that the Oxford fans are getting so optimistic. It's been a lot of years since they were in the second tier. I can remember watching them in the late 90s against my team, Barnsley. And then they just dropped like a stone down into non-league. And then they get a bit of stability. Liam Manning, a really good coach. And then he's gone like that after less than a year. So it just really depends, doesn't it? He's not really particularly known. The new manager is known to Oxford, but you just never know, do you? It might take him a little bit of a while to get going, and they might get back to the way that they were. But it's good news for the rest of the league, because similar to Portsmouth, then Oxford seemed like they could potentially be getting streets ahead of everybody else. So it's just made it a little bit more competitive behind.
Let's talk about your team next then, Barnsley. It feels like they're, I don't know, just lurking and maybe going a little bit under the radar. What are you made of them?
Yeah, frustrating, I'd say. It's not dissimilar to what they were like last season under Michael Duff, and a lot hinged on, which will be the same for a lot of clubs, the January signings that they made. They made a couple of really good ones last year, and it seemed to kick them on in the second half of the season. And again, not too dissimilar to Oxford either. It's just a transition under a new manager. They keep seeming like they're about to kick on and just haven't quite so far. So I think a lot will hinge on what happens in January. They lost their captain, Liam Kitchen, for £5 million to Coventry on deadline day at the end of the last window, so weren't able to replace him. I think if they sign a defender or 2 in January, it could be a different story. But I'd be surprised if they close up to the top 2. I think they'll be, between 5th and 8th will be a successful season for them.
Let's talk about Bolton next. We know the style they play under in Everton and the success they've had, close but not quite close enough last season. What are the chances of them going more better this time?
If I had to gun to the head, I'd say Bolton top 2. Just consistently a very good team under Ian Evatt. I was actually digging a few things out the other day, because it was such a surprise to see them lose to Bristol Rovers. There were circumstances in that game, but for them to lose 2 games in a row, you just don't see that very often. But it's going back almost a year for them to lose, to not win for more than 2 games in a row in League One. So I think it was the middle of March, the last time that they went 3 games without a win in League One, which just shows you that they've consistently been so good for so long. And it's funny how playoff campaigns can turn out, because Ian Evatt, one of the best coaches in the EFL probably, if they'd got to the final and lost, they might have lost him like Barnsley lost Michael Duff. but losing in the semi-finals can sometimes actually be a bit of a blessing. Similar with Darren Ferguson at Peterborough, they get left there and then they can build on it straight away the next season. So it's no surprise to see Peterborough and Bolton right up there, because last year they had managers doing a really good job, and they've been able to just build on it straight away this season.
And we'll get Joe's view on Derby and Peterborough in Matchday Live on RamsTV from 2:30. Today's visitors are themselves in great form at the moment. 8 unbeaten in the league, 5 wins in that run, though they were held by Barnsley at London Road on Friday. Ephraim Mason-Clark has been their star so far, and though Johnson Clark-Harris got the goals last time out, the speculation remains that he could leave the club this month, with Charlton a rumoured destination. Worth remembering that these teams shared a 6-goal thriller at London Road back in August. A 4-2 victory for the Rams that saw Eiran Cashin on target, as he was at Oxford United, getting that winner in Friday night's 3-2 come-from-behind win. And Cash should make his 100th Derby appearance today.
I don't think we started too well. First 10 minutes, whatever, weren't great, but then, I thought we showed good character to stay in the game, and to be fair, I feel like we dominated it throughout the game after that, and we had our chances, and luckily the ones that sort of had across that point, obviously Tomo's done excellent, and he deserves that, to be fair, because he's had a bit of a tough break, so I was buzzing for him to get back on the pitch and obviously to score. And then, to obviously get my goal and to get the 3 points. That's what matters. It's the 3 points. So I was just buzzing.
When you're 2-0 down early on like that, how does the mentality change? How do you sort of approach the game from that position? To be fair, I think we were just trying to. Sometimes you want to rush and try and get the goals straight away, and I think sometimes we were maybe forcing things that we didn't really need to. And then when we got a good goal at a good time. Late on in the first half, and then the gaffer just said, listen, we will go and win this, you know what I mean? We don't need to get frustrated, we don't need to try and force it straight away. It might be the 80th minute, the 85th minute, you know what I mean? And that's what happened really. We wore them down, we kept playing, and we kept them in, and eventually they were going to give up chances, and that's and we took them, so yeah, buzzing. Patience then, probably the main thing that was the main message really. Yeah, I think so. I mean, like you say, if you go chasing too early and then they'll hit you on the counter and they'll get another one and another one, whereas, we kept playing, we kept sticking to what we know we can do, and we know we've got the talent, and to be fair, we had chances to go even more. We hit the bar, we had Kane put one over, but yeah, and then obviously Tomo, big target man, so just thought, I'll whip it in, get him on there, but yeah, buzzing for him. Finding another way to win as well today. So at Wigan on Boxing Day, it was about a dominant first half, seeing out at the end today, coming from behind to get another win, 8 wins out of 9. Now, what's it say about the team that you can keep finding these different ways to do so? Yeah, I think maybe last year you could maybe question that games like tonight, we might not have gone on and got anything out of the game. Whereas I think obviously tonight we did, and that just shows the character of the lads, and not just the lads that started, the lads that came on, and the lads that were on the bench cheering us on. And it's all about the squad, and it's just a good feeling. I think, when you have that good feeling going into games, and there's a lot of games coming up, and obviously, you just want to keep getting them going and keep winning, keep putting it behind you, putting it to bed, and then going on to the next one. How much do you enjoy being on a run? Not only the run in terms of results you're on, but with games coming thick and fast when you're on that kind of run. Yeah, that's all you can hope for, really. I mean, if it's the other way and you're losing all the games, it's probably the last thing you need. But no, obviously when we're winning and we're flying and the confidence is up and everyone's buzzing to be around it and be on the pitch, and we feel confident and dangerous every time we attack. That's perfect for us, and obviously long may it continue. Yeah, no rest really before you're back to action against Peterborough at Pride Park on New Year's Day. How much are you looking forward to getting back home first and foremost? Yeah, buzzing to get back home, obviously. Start the new year well. They're a good team, but obviously, we beat good teams, and we're, like I say, if there's anyone who people don't want to play, it's probably us right now, because we can win pretty, we can win ugly. We got the character, and so yeah, just buzzing to get back out there really. Yeah, they're a team right up there in the battle, one of your rivals for the top 2. Much like how Oxford are one of the teams you're battling for place in the top 6 with currently. How important are these kind of matches against teams in and around you to lay a marker down and build that gap or chase down the ones above you?
Yeah, of course, that's what it is. I think it's also just like the mentality thing. Obviously, they came to our place, Oxford did, and they beat us. So obviously we owe them one, and we did, and we made sure we got it back to them.
How do you keep this run going then? What's the main ingredients to keeping it up from 8 wins out of 9? How do you turn that into 9 out of 10, and what from there?
Just not really getting complacent. I think what we've been really good at, we've sort of been a lot more dangerous from set plays and set pieces and stuff, which is good because obviously we've got great delivery with the lads on the pitch. So that's a good thing, and that can, if you're not playing well, like in the first half when we need that goal late on, and in the first half that changes the game. So it's massive, and then just keeping our standards high in training and in the warm-ups, and just doing everything right off the pitch as well to make sure that we have the best chance.
That's Eiran Cashin. Could well be a milestone day for him. And here's your New Year's Day lineup in League One. Leaders Portsmouth host Stevenage. That's first against fifth. Second place Bolton host Burton Albion. They've won their last couple of games under a caretaker manager. Oxford visit Charlton, and Barnsley are at home to Wigan. So it's another big day in the League One promotion race, and the biggest game of all is right here at Pride Park Stadium. Derby County against Peterborough United is available to overseas viewers on RamsTV. Matchday Live with you from 2:30. Get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk, and we'll be back here with reaction, whatever happens after the game as well. Until then, goodbye.